Right, your next step for your value studies is to use charcoal. And I know that I'm going to use mine in my pencil area, but I already have all this drawn out and I just want to show you how to use them. So you will need a black charcoal pencil and a white charcoal pencil. You can get that from me. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start layering color. And the goal with the next 3 materials that I show you is that you do not want to see the paper at all. You have a black and a white material, so you do not use the paper. You will layer color and get nice rich values using charcoal, using colored pencil, and using oil pastel. So I'm going to do the eye down below here. That is posterized. Just to start out and to show you how to layer your colors with charcoal pencil. So if I look at my area, I know that this area is white. I have a couple reflections in the eye that are also white. I can start going over those or leave those areas till very last, and I will start, this area is white too. So, and I will start going over my darkest areas first. So I'm going to go right into here. And these are pretty soft colored pencils. If you want to, you can use your blending tools to blend. You can use your fingers because this is charcoal, so it will absorb the oils. I probably wouldn't suggest it because this is a smaller area, so it will be a little more difficult. Again, the same way with your colored pencil, or excuse me, your pencil. The harder you press, the darker your value. The lighter you press, the lighter your value. The key for this one is that with the white, you can go in and you can solidify that so you don't see the paper. So if this is my darkest value and this is my next darkest value, I'm going to go over this with white just to blend it. Now, this really isn't one step down, so I'm going to go over it again. Very lightly. I'm barely applying any pressure to this. Okay, so that's the way kind of this area is over here. And this area in here, except for this little bit of a highlight. Darker in here, and lighter again in here. So notice I just kind of went over all this, the same value, and then I'm just going to add more white in here, and then I'll go back over this with a dark. So I can always layer colors. I can always go back over things. With regular charcoal, without the actual charcoal paper, it's a little bit harder to do because this is pretty slick, smooth paper. So it doesn't take material quite as nicely as other stuff would. But I can still really build my values. See how now that's getting darker. Now I can start doing that in my eye area. So I know that this is my darkest area. And there's some dark right up in here. And right over in here. But really my actual eye isn't as dark as the rest of it. So I'm really blending my colors like so. And then I can highlight, pop that, and highlight, pop down here. I can always erase things. This got a little bit muddy, so then I'll go back in. and darken that up. So, and very lightly go over this area. Same way within here. And I can just keep layering values and layering values until I get exactly what I want it to look like. Notice that I'm going in my white areas with my white. This is more of a gray. I know that this line right here is white, but I chose to make it a little bit darker. I'm just going to blend. Try not to muddy things up. Remember, try to follow that contour of your eye. Now I'm going to go in and crispen things up. This got a little washy down here, so I'm going to come in here and define my eye a little bit more in here. Maybe add some darks in here, because this should be darker in here. Sometimes you can put down a really nice base. You don't really see his eyelashes, so I'm not really even going to worry about putting anything in. And there you have it. You can use your blending tool to blend some of these areas in if you want to. That's perfectly fine. I do like to use a blending tool every once in a while on charcoal. But you don't have to. I'll go in here and use just white. Like really, you can't even tell you're using it. You will be able to tell when everything's done if you use that material or not, especially when you use like oil pastel and colored pencil. There you be. And that's how you use charcoal.